Hey friends, and welcome back to Path of Exile 2 for an update on our Corrupting Cry Smith of Kitava. Now, made a lot of changes yesterday and discovered some really important things for the future of the build, so let's go over some of those changes. So the most important thing we discovered is the synergy that exists between Corrupting Cry and Herald of Blood. So Herald of Blood is the new Herald that is supposed to proc off of bleed damage, and it's made for basically bleed builds on the Huntress. However, the way blood loss works is blood loss is something that counts for all physical damage over time, which includes corrupted blood. So Herald of Blood not only works for bleeding, but also for corrupted blood. This is very important because it opens up a bunch of options for us. So we already know that Seismic Cry has to have pin so that we don't stun things, so that we don't go on cooldown. But we need something to help us out in a single target scenario, and so what we're doing is we're now using Hammer of the Gods. Now the plan here, and I'm still trying to figure this out, this is something we came up with pretty late in the stream yesterday, but the plan here is we're going to Hammer of the Gods, and we're going to have Hammer of the Gods try to create a big bleed on our boss, and so that's going to be a big source of additional damage. However, the way Hammer of the Gods now works, you have to have Glory in order to use it. And Glory is something that you get for heavy stunning enemies, which we took away our ability to do with Seismic Cry so that we could use it for clear. But we can actually get it back, and the way we're doing that is with Bloodhound's Mark, which is another skill from the Huntress abilities, and it also interacts with Blood Loss, which again is something that works with Corrupting Cry. So Corrupting Cry and our Corrupted Blood debuffs are creating blood loss, and what Bloodhound's Mark does is when we mark a target, they start to accumulate heavy stun buildup from the blood loss. So the damage over time is building up heavy stun, and we'll end up heavy stunning them. Now, when we hit the enemy that has heavy stun, our Seismic Cry is going to go on cooldown. However, if we're fighting a boss, whether it be a map boss or a pinnacle boss, if we stun them, our Hammer of the Gods is going to come off of cooldown. And so it's not going to matter very much that our Seismic Cry goes on cooldown, because we're going to drop a Hammer of the Gods as soon as they get stunned, reapply our Bloodhound's Mark, and then continue to Seismic Cry. So that's basically the order of operations there. So right now we have Herald of Blood as our main reservation, and then the other reservation we have is Wind Dancer. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I've been playing around with the thought of having evasion on the build, because it seems like I'm getting shotgunned a lot, and so even with armor, if we get hit all the time, it's gonna feel bad if we just get chain light stunned. So I'm considering moving into an evasion defensive layer. I don't know if we're gonna stick with that. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, that's the update for now. So let's jump into a map real quick. So I'm gonna go in here, grab we're in tier 3s, that's all we got right now, but this is gonna be increased rare monsters, increased elemental res. Not a big deal, it's just a 2-mod tier 3 map. But I want to show how this build operates against a boss. So I'll show a little bit of the map as we're going through it, and then once we get to the boss, I'll show how that looks as well. So right here, our clear works like that, and most of it is Herald of Blood. What is hitting me so hard? But yeah, most of our clear is Herald of Blood, popping enemies that die from blood loss. Still need a lot of work on our damage, but I don't bother with Hammer of the Gods on rares, because I don't want to deal with the cooldown on Seismic Cry. So we'll just continue to do this. And we're just gonna roll through. Alright, so going into the boss fight. Let's go over the rotation. So this is an odd one. I've never fought this boss with Hammer of the Gods, so hopefully I don't miss. But effectively, we're just doing the same thing we always do. We're just going to yell at it until it's got all of the stacks of Corrupted Blood, and then throw our mark on it. Did it mark? Have I picked a boss I'm not able to mark? I can't seem to mark this boss. Oh, okay, it is marked. It's just not getting stunned. Why is it not getting stunned? There it is. I don't know why that took so long. Okay, so we marked it. It's now getting stunned, so you can see as it takes damage, it's getting stun buildup. Oh, is it just immune to stun buildup while it's doing a bunch of things? Lame. It's immune to stun buildup during slams, I guess? Huh. This is a really bad example. Okay, there we go. Finally got a stun. This is a really bad example because the boss had like 5% HP when we finally got a Hammer of the Gods. Don't know why. Just didn't build up stun the whole time. That's never happened before. Alright, let me see if I can find another example. We'll go to that. Alright, we're back to another boss. Let's go in and see if we can get lucky. Same deal, run up, start yelling. You can accumulate Corrupted Blood even before they go. So you can see he started off at 10. Throw down the mark and you see the stun build up. We just need to keep 10 stacks on them. They get stunned, we drop a hammer, and apply the mark again. Wait for the cooldown, and we're good to go. Stunned again. Hammer of the Gods. Oh, did I forget to drop the hammer? Okay. In. Did I get stunned? Something's gotta be happening. I don't know. But yeah, that's essentially how it's working. I guess I need to look into why I'm getting stunned, but I also, I guess future steps are kind of what I'm covering now. So Hammer of the Gods right now only has a 70% chance to bleed. So because of that, we have a 30% chance to just not do bleeding damage, which is a real bummer. So I want to fix that. I did just get a Lesser Jeweler's Orb, so we're going to use that on Hammer of the Gods right now. And then we're going to do, I don't even know. I do kind of want Execute, just because I think it's going to be really good. Less skill effect duration, no, maybe, yeah, I'll just put Execute on for now. But yeah, so that's the concept. Other than that, we need to upgrade the build overall. Still don't know what kind of defensive setup I'm going for. I don't know if I'm going to go armor. I know I want energy shield because we are going to use Zealot's Oath to kind of max our energy shield while we're life regenning, since we have a ton of life regen. The other thing we need to do is ascend. So we've not been able to ascend to our third ascendancy yet. Our third ascendancy is going to be 25% Fizz Fire, which is going to be huge defensively. And then the last one is going to be increased maximum life, which is going to obviously increase our life, but also massively increase our life regen, which is super important. Which our life regen right now is 194. And yeah, that's kind of where that sits. I'm pretty happy with the build overall. I still need to figure out some of the defenses because I feel like being shotgunned right now is rough, especially if it's elemental shotgunning. But yeah, that's the concept. So today we're just going to be pushing maps and getting better equipment. Need a different helmet because we don't need Deed Bell anymore because we don't need the explode since Blood Herald is taking care of all of the explode for us. We don't need that. Better chest would be awesome. Our hammer is actually really good. I got this hammer for 2 exalts and it was just missing. It only had the percent fizz prefix, and then I exalted it once and got a flat fizz prefix, and then I hit as much quality as I could on it and then put on 2 lesser iron runes, and that's it. So it's been really good. And yeah, other than that, we just need more, I guess, armor scraps for things like this. We can get more defenses because I really need those. It's a real shame that there are no evasion ES shields yet. All of the bucklers are flat ES and only ES that I could find, which is a real shame because I would really have liked to go evasion ES on my shield, but since I have to go armor ES, I'm not sure how I want to approach it. But we will see how that works out. We do need lots of blocks, so this one is a pretty good stand-in for now. And then, of course, our other gear all needs to be upgraded, and we really need Chaos Res. So yeah, that's the plan going forward. Let me know in the comments below how your build is going, and let me know if you have any questions about this build. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.